Hey Lawrenceburg, looking for something new? Come to Happy G's, located at 210 East Gain Street. We have pitching machines, batting cages, and even indoor golf. Come get your game on indoors at Happy G's.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Partly cloudy skies across the Tennessee Valley on this Friday with a few isolated thunder showers here and there. Watch the little complex of scattered thunderstorms off to the northwest of Birmingham, though. That's coming to the northwest, and if it holds together, that could provide some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially in places like Franklin County, Colbert County, Lauderdale County, Lawrence County in northwest Alabama, back into Tishomingo County, Mississippi. Those are our viewing area counties. I think those may affect the region between now and 10 p.m., but I'm telling you this ahead of time because Futurecast not handling it that well. There's the possibility that weakens before it gets here, but Futurecast not really showing a whole lot of activity between now and 10 o'clock in northwest Alabama. I'm not completely sure I believe that. So just because you see it quiet does not mean it's going to be. Think that there could be a few scattered showers and thunderstorms with lightning, locally heavy rain, and gusty winds. And again, in those counties I called out especially, and maybe an isolated evening thunder shower up into southern middle Tennessee. Once we get past 10 p.m., I do expect everything to calm down overnight, low to mid 70s. And with those evening thunderstorms, I'm not expecting anything to be severe. Just be aware that we have some thunderstorms around between now and 10 p.m. As we head toward daybreak, starting in the low to mid 70s with partly cloudy skies. Sunshine here for our Saturday, but a few clouds around. And as we get into the upper 80s, lower 90s by the afternoon, widely scattered thunder showers once again. Not expecting big severe weather problems, but any storm on a summer afternoon could have gusty winds and lightning, so be aware of that. If you hear thunder, head inside until the storm passes. By the evening, we lose daytime heating and things fade away down into the mid-70s for Saturday night. A few isolated thunder showers can't be ruled out Sunday or during the afternoons of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but that upper level heat ridge will be building across the area early to midweek, and that's going to mean more sinking air subsidence in the atmosphere, and that will mean that any thunderstorms out there will be much more isolated, and it's also turning back hotter next week. For the first half of the week, hotter than anything we had so far this week. We're talking about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, mid to upper 90s. Tuesday and Wednesday, a few folks in North Alabama and Northeast Mississippi could hit 100 or 101. It's certainly possible. But notice the heat index values here for the first half of the week. The heat index is not just this made up whatever. It takes the temperature and the wind and the moisture in the atmosphere, and it gives an idea of how your body will be affected by the heat and the humidity and the wind, the ability for your body to cool itself via evaporation. And when you're really muggy and really hot and the wind isn't strong to cool you off, the heat index is going to be higher because it feels to you like it's hotter than what the actual measured temperature really is. And that's why we use that, because that's actually what puts stress on your body. And when you start talking about 110 plus here, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, I think that's the two hottest days on the board. The heat index is into a dangerous level at that point. We're not saying that to scare you or get attention or anything. That's hogwash. But it is something you need to pay attention to. Yes, we see this a couple days every single summer. It's nothing unusual here in the South, but it doesn't have to be unusual to be something that you need to pay attention to. Tornadoes in the springtime aren't unusual by any means, but you still have to pay attention to them. And high heat index values like this are just the same. You have to take care of yourself. You have to stay hydrated. You have to take breaks if you're going to be outside. Don't leave the pets outside all day in the heat. Check on the elderly. Make sure they are cool and they have something to drink. Make sure that the kids are taking breaks frequently if they're doing band practice or football practice. All those basic common sense things, you're going to have to think about them next week as we get into this hot weather pattern. But the good news is it starts breaking down toward the end of next week. And once we get toward Friday and next weekend, we're talking about daytime highs back closer to 90, if not back into the 80s, and heat index values back under 100. We just have to get through a few really hot days early mid next week before we get there, but we will be headed there with time. After any evening thunderstorms fade away, partly cloudy to mostly clear overnight, getting down to the low to mid 70s. And then a few scattered thunderstorms around here for your afternoon on your Saturday. If you get under one, heavy downpours, lightning, thunder, gusty winds, you know the ordeal with our summer thunderstorms around here. If you don't have one, you're going to be partly cloudy and into the lower 90s. And then the temperatures start easing up as we head into early next week. Mid 90s by Monday, upper 90s likely with a few 100s and 101s here and there Tuesday and Wednesday. Heat index as early as Monday is going to be over 105, but it's Tuesday and Wednesday, especially when we're talking about heat index values of 108 to 113, putting it into that danger range that you really need to pay attention to. Take care of yourself, and we'll get through it just fine. It's nothing to be scared of or any nonsense like that. As we head into the latter part of next week, scattered showers and thunderstorms become more likely as the upper level heat ridge breaks down and the temperatures back off to the lower 90s. And I think by next weekend, we're into the mid to upper 80s again for daytime highs. There's your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check of your local weather.